There's a rule in this hobby that says you owe your diamond painting your full, undivided attention. No TV, no podcast, no distractions. And I'm here to tell you that rule is a lie. Welcome back to the Teacher's Lounge. I'm Deanna. This is part 3 of our Unspoken Rules You're Allowed to Break series. And if you're brand new here and haven't seen parts 1 and 2 yet, the links are in the description. In today's video, we have 5 unspoken rules on the agenda. We've got the Pixel Police, the Sealer Sentence, the Silent Classroom, the Report Card Post, and the Q Discipline. 5 rules, all of them wrong. Grab your coffee, take a seat. Class is in session. Let's get started. Okay, first on the list is the Pixel Police. You know them. I've been one. That internal voice that sees one crooked drill, just one, and it immediately pulls you out of your Zen moment to fix it. But here's the thing though, the Pixel Police operate on a lie. They tell you that a single misaligned drill is going to ruin the entire piece, that a true diamond painter would never tolerate imperfection, that if you see it, it has to go. But here's what I want you to keep in mind about what the Pixel Police are not telling you. From 2 feet away, you cannot tell. From across the room, you absolutely cannot tell. From the wall where you're going to hang it, nobody's getting a magnifying glass. So full transparency, I own a ruler. I own all those alignment tools, and sometimes I use them, as you can see in my current whip, Eden Floral from Diamond Art Club. When I have the energy and the patience, I love the process of getting everything up and just right. It feels intentional. It feels satisfying. And I am that girl that day. And some days, I just want to diamond paint. No setup, no fiddling with rulers, just me and the canvas and the rhythm. And the canvas still comes out just fine, still beautiful. The rule I was taught was always use the tools, get it straight, be precise. But what I actually learned is the tools are there when I want them and optional when I don't. The Pixel Police will have you feeling like every session has to be engineered. But some sessions are just supposed to feel good. Your drills, your energy, your call. Okay, now moving on. Rule number 2, the Sealer Sentence. This one is a sneaky one because it sounds like it's about preservation, about protecting your canvas, about your art, about being a responsible, serious diamond painter who takes care of their work. But here's what it actually is. It is a guilt loop that has convinced you your canvas is somehow incomplete, somehow fragile and unworthy of display, until you have coated it and sat next to it for 24 hours whispering motivational affirmations while the sealer dries. Have you been to the craft store lately? The number of sealing options alone is enough to make you put the whole thing in a closet and never look at it again. Mod Podge, puzzle glue, spray sealers, brush on, roll on, matte, gloss, satin. Seriously, with all of these options, which one are we supposed to choose? Which one? Okay, so confession. I do have sealer. I bought it because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Every tutorial, every video, every social media post, make sure you seal your finished pieces. Copy that. Sealer acquired. But it's still in the bag. I have never sealed a single canvas, not one. And honestly, I have not lost sleep over it, but I bought the sealer because the rule required it, not because I had an actual plan to use it. That is the Sealer Sentence. It convinces you to collect supplies for a step you haven't decided to take yet. Sealing is a choice. It is not a requirement. It is not a moral obligation. It does not determine the quality of your work or the legitimacy of your hobby. Your canvas is done when you say it is. Full stop. And now we have arrived at the rule that I opened with, the one I called a lie before I even said hello. The Silent Classroom. This is the rule that says diamond painting deserves your full, undivided attention. No background noise, no TV show, no podcast, no audiobook, just you, your drills, and the sound of your own thoughts. Which, if you're anything like me and my 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5 crowd, those thoughts are already loud enough. Thank you very much. I've tried to start a new series while I diamond paint, but what happens is I cannot do it. The moment I have to pay attention to what's happening on the screen, I only end up placing like 3 drills, and I'm placing the wrong colors, and I'm just trying to follow the plot of the series. I had to learn the hard way that my pairings have to be low stakes. They have to be familiar, or something that sounds good on half of my attention. Once I stopped fighting that and just accepted it, the sessions go longer. The drills felt easier. My canvas does not care what is playing, but my nervous system absolutely does. The Silent Classroom rule was built by people who confuse concentration with silence. But for most of us, especially the educators, the healthcare workers, the people who spend all day talking and processing and being present for everyone else, the silence during a hobby doesn't feel like focus. It feels like sitting alone with your to-do list. Whatever helps you show up for your sparkle time, it is allowed. Your diamond painting does not have a preference. It is a canvas covered in adhesive and tiny resin drills. It does not care. You're the one that needs to show up relaxed enough to enjoy this. And if a familiar series rewatch is what gets you there, then the rewatch is the tool. All right, 3 rules dismissed, 2 more to go. And I want to flag rule number 5, the cue discipline. If you have ever felt guilty about buying a new kit when you already have a stash at home, that one is specifically for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, then you're going to want to for part 4. Quick roll call before we move on. Let me know with an emoji, how do you break the silent classroom rule? Do you listen to an audiobook, a podcast, a TV series? Drop your emoji in the comments. Rule 4, the report card post. Here's the unspoken contract that online diamond painting communities accidentally wrote. Your work only counts if you share it. Post your work in progress or your WIP, post your reveal, get the feedback, celebrate publicly, or it didn't happen. And look, I absolutely love this community. I love the encouragement culture. There is genuine magic in a group of strangers hyping up each other's hobby. But at some point, the expectation creeped in, the you should post that creeped in. And for some people, I know for me, maybe you, maybe someone you know, the project they were doing purely for themselves started to feel like content, like an assignment with the due date. And the moment your hobby feels like homework you didn't ask for, you have a problem. Here's something I have not said out loud before. For every kit, I post a start and finish photo on social media, except for that one kit that I never finished. I was so excited. I tried to do a skin tone conversion, but the colors just weren't landing. So I stopped liking it and I threw it away. It was meant to be a gift, but it ended up in the trash. No finished post, no update, and that post is still up with no finished photo. That is what the report card post pressure does. It turns your hobby into a series you owe people an ending on. It turns a private decision, I don't want to work on this anymore, into a public debt. And instead of just quietly moving on, you feel like you have to explain yourself. Or worse, you force yourself to keep going on a project that stopped feeling good, just so you can close the loop for an audience. Your diamond painting sessions never need an audience to be real. The dopamine of placing your last drill and stepping back, that's yours. That belongs to you, whether it ever appears on a social media platform or not. And the decision to stop, that also belongs to you. Share when it feels good, stop when it doesn't. Both are valid. The report card post is optional, always has been. And we have arrived. Rule 5, the cue discipline. This is the one I have been saving because this is the one quietly doing the most damage. Here's what it is. The cue discipline says, work your stash in order. Oldest kit first, newest kit last. You have not earned that exciting one yet. Work through your stash in the order that you purchased before you get to the one you really want, the reward. No cutting in line. And on the surface, that sounds responsible, mature, grown-up stash management. But listen to what's actually happening. It creates a diamond painting practice that feels like waiting, like obligation, like a to-do list that never gets shorter because every time you finish one, you feel guilty about a new one you bought. So you add it to the back of the line. And the back of the line is now 2 years long. I bought a diamond painting kit recently because the image just stopped me cold in my tracks. I saw it and I needed it. You know the exciting feeling I'm talking about. But then the guilt hit because I already have a stash, I have kits waiting, I have a whole system. So I made a deal with myself. I said, Deanna, the new kit is a reward and you cannot open it until you have finished working through your entire stash. Here's the truth that the cue discipline does not want you to have. The kit that sparks your energy today is the one that keeps you in the hobby. Period. Full stop. This is where my video about craft fatigue and the power grid comes in. Remember the autopilot, the flow state, and the deep dive? The cue discipline ignores all 3 tiers from the power grid. It just says next in line, regardless of what your energy can actually handle today. So retire the cue, work the stash with joy, not seniority. Let the energy match the kit. All right, before I let you go, I have your homework assignment. And yes, it is mandatory. I will be taking attendance. I want you to head over to the comments right now and tell me 2 things. Number 1, which of these 5 rules have you been following that you are now giving yourself permission to break? And number 2, what did following that rule actually cost you? Time, enjoyment, peace of mind, a whole project sitting unfinished because you felt like you were doing it wrong? I am genuinely curious. I actually want to know because your answer might be the exact thing that helps someone else sitting in this classroom feel less alone. This is how the Teacher's Lounge works. We figure it out together. And if part 4 needs to exist because you have a rule that didn't make the list, tell me that too, because I'm already building the syllabus. And if you're just now finding this series, parts 1 and 2 are right here, and I genuinely recommend watching them in order. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Class is dismissed. Bye-bye.